I feel like I am finally stepping fully into my Elle Woods era, where I'm like, what? Like, it's hard? Welcome to the Dazed and Confused podcast with your host, Diana Cano, where we normalize being dazed and confused at any stage in life. To be curious and to seek constant improvement, everyone is welcome here. I've decided this year that I'm walking with conviction, and every single day I'm gonna show up like, what? Like it's hard? Welcome back, my beautiful people. So, the definition of manifestation is an event, an action, or a thing that is a sign that something exists or is happening. That is the definition according to the Oxford Dictionary. The holistic definition, however, differs a little bit. It refers to bringing ideas to life by using quantum theory law of attraction techniques to help remove limiting beliefs and negative thoughts patterns in the mental space. Ugh, that's too much. But let's cut it short and sweet. Manifestation is the approach of bringing ideas to life by events, actions, or things. This brand new created definition of manifestation that I just stole from holistic approach and Oxford Webster dictionary is now gonna fit into the narrative of what I'm about to tell you. So the year is 2019, okay? I was 21 to be turning 22 September that year, and we're in January that year, okay? The beginning of a new semester, and I was in college in South Texas. I had always been a grumpy and angry kid, fueled by rage and rock and roll, and jazz and country and reggaeton, but mostly rock and roll. That's besides the point. The point is that I was a grumpy, 5 feet tall Latina, fresh into her 20s, and sponsored by rage and hatred. So much, so many, that I wanted to get the fuck out of the valley. I just wanted to get the fuck out of the valley by any means necessary. And that's how I came across this little thingy called manifestation. After searching manifestation in the Spotify key search, one of the main things that first episode that I listened to said, and by the way, I have stand by that lovely bitch till this day. I love her. You will hear me talk about her like she's the Messiah, because I am so grateful for her putting herself out there. That's how I stumbled upon her, and that's how she personally touched my life without ever knowing me. I don't remember the name of the episode, but one of the main things that it talked about was to set goals, right? And to pretend like it was going to happen. To believe and to let go of the how and just take tiny actions towards it. And I feel like this has been the single-handedly method that I have applied for so many things in my life. But this is how it started. So that year, I remember that I have decided I was going to spend that summer in China. I remember talking about it to my mom and my friends, and I was like, I don't know how, but this summer I'm going to be in China. That was my, I think, only goal for the year. And I wanted to try this thing called manifestation. And since I had decided that I was going to be in China, the natural thing to do was to enroll. I enrolled in my Chinese class in that semester because I was so certain that I was going to be in China that summer. So, needless to say, I was that bitch that sat at the front row and had all her colorful pencils and that always had a smile, bright and early, the one that was talking to the professor, the one that was answering all her questions in class and being engaged. I was the one, that annoying kid that always had her homework done and would ask about, what about the homework? and will try to speak the Chinese even though she spoke it horrible. And I was that annoying kid because I was so excited for taking that Chinese class because I was like, this summer I'm gonna be in China and I better understand a couple of things. That class, got me into knowing more about the culture and the language, and it was that first step towards that big goal. And thanks to that class, it's because I'm so excited because I feel like so many good things unfold this way. Thanks to that class, as we approached the end of the semester, my teacher chose a pamphlet with multiple study abroad programs for that summer. I remember being like, oh my god, this is so crazy, because that was my answer. It's like that was the answer to my prayers. That was a how. So in that pamphlet there was a photography class. It was a program that also required enrollment in a Chinese language class in the University of Shanghai, and the length of the program was gonna be for a full month and 3 weeks. It's so crazy to see how everything unfolded, because thanks to taking that class and that teacher sharing that pamphlet, I had now in my hands the means, the how, the vehicle how I will go to China that summer. I remember the program costed about $2,000, and I had applied for a grant, so I got like $1,000 in a Pell Grant, and I had to pay the remaining $1,000. So that was pretty epic. Fast forward to China. It was a dream come true. It has its ups and downs, and I remember feeling up and down. It had, its cultural shock aspects for sure, but I remember, and I'm still gonna remember it as a dream come true. I made some friends in the program that, by the way, we were all girls, and turns out that we all bonded. We had made plans to, at the end of the program, to jump into flight to Japan and stay a week there. And I know that this was my roommate's idea, because I remember like back then I didn't know anything about Japan, and she was like, might as well, we're here. And I was like, fuck it, we're here, let's do it. She got us all into changing our flight plans and jump to Japan and stay that week, and she took care of all the logistics. So after the full month and 3 weeks that we spent on China, we bounced to Japan. It's just so amazing to, now that I talk about it a couple years after, to see how many amazing things came out of that trip. But the biggest one that I will take with me is that trip was a mindset shift. I feel like it was the very first time that I quantum leaped, and I saw that manifestation works. It helped me shift my reality and my mindset and perception of stuff. From that point to here, it has been like a domino effect almost, to see those little mindset shifts day by day, situation by situation, big event after big event, person after person. I feel like everything has helped me shift my mind. I feel like that was the very first time that I was courageous to prove my limiting beliefs wrong, and I was bold enough to co-create my reality. And this is an accomplishment for me. Like, this is a very, very big accomplishment for me. If you were to ask me what are one of those things that you're most like proud of, it would be like little moments like this that I had pulled out of thin air, just because I had that like goal that I wanted to do a certain thing, And guess what? You can do it too. It's as simple as that. The question here is, are you bold enough and open to be proven wrong? So many of this journey is to prove your biases and limiting beliefs that they're wrong. and to challenge and potentially challenge everything that you believe to be true. And this is a big one. It's very hard when you're faced to that situation that shit, all of that I believe to be true, is it really true? It's hard sometimes when you're in that position. But if you take that first risk, the first step to change your life will start getting better. I promise you that. So I'm here, and I invite you today to pick something that you want to accomplish this year. Just one thing that you want to accomplish this year. And if you want to start and don't know how or why, just pick one task, one thing that you desire more than anything to become true. And try this. I challenge you to try this. So keep in mind to be open. Because as you work towards that goal, you're going to realize how persons, situations, or events will lead you and make way or open a path towards your goal. Try it. I cannot stress this enough. Try it. Let me know if it works for you. Go out there. Because I if this was a bet, I'm willing to gamble that it will work for you if you apply it. So try it. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me this week. If you like this episode, give us a like, a share, or a review on Spotify, or whatever it is you're listening. Make sure to subscribe to the show in iTunes or Spotify so you'll never miss a show. If you'd simply like to tell a friend about the show, that will help us out too. If you share on Instagram, don't forget to tag me. I love to see your thoughts and insight. Have a wonderful week. Sending you energetic strength your way, no matter what you're going through. I believe in you, so fight back. Be sure to tune in for our next episode, and I'll see you in the next one.